More reasons why good men are done with dating, part 2. Bad girls use online dating apps to set men up for robbery. The YouTube channel Pink Book Lessons did a video a few days ago on the topic of girls setting up guys for an online date from hell. These deceptive Jezebels, yes, Jezebels, use online dating apps to set up dates with unsuspecting dudes, pretending it's just a typical one-on-one date at a public spot. But then, when the guy arrives, he finds out that she was not alone, that she has criminal accomplices lying in wait, as this snippet from a Pink Book Lessons video explains.
You know, just like he thought she would be from the pictures, videos, and IG stories. But it's one thing he didn't know. Juliet didn't show up alone. He found out very quickly that she had 2 men with her. They ordered Romeo at gunpoint to remove his clothing and property, and then the men got into Romeo's 2018 Infiniti and drove off with his car.
For those who think this is not common, I personally know of a good, affluent guy many years ago, way before online dating was a thing, who met a girl at a popular nightclub here in the Dallas area. They seemed to hit it off pretty well, dancing off and on with each other throughout the night. Towards the end of the night, she goes to look for her friends so she could go home. So she disappears somewhere in the club while he is at the bar by himself. Sometime later, she comes back almost crying and distraught. He asks, "What's wrong?" She says, "I don't know where my friends are, and I'm from out of town, and I don't have anywhere to go. I don't know anyone." Now, before you're quick to judge, recall that they had a very good time throughout the night. So a lot of guys in this situation would feel like they made a great connection. Long story short, he put on his cape and became her Superman. He offered to take her to a nice hotel, get her a room, but not like that. Get your mind out together, stop that. And gave her enough money so she could call family or friends to come get her in the morning. He also made it clear he wasn't doing this to sleep with her, just to help her out. She was so excited, she invited him to stay with her in the hotel room. Reluctantly, he went inside, but as she hopped on the bed, he stayed in a chair away from the bed. She beckoned him, tempted him to come hither to her, taking off her clothes slowly, gyrating sensually like a snake, almost like a stripper. Admittedly, he said she was very attractive with perky breasts, but he still politely declined. That's when she got even freakier and whipped out some handcuffs out of nowhere, acting as if she's into S&M foreplay. She eventually won him over, at least partially, as she tempted him to come closer. When he did, she cupped one hand, but he resisted the other hand. They went back and forth, but something told him it's time to go. When he walked to the door and looked out the window, he saw 2 dudes trying to jack his luxury SUV. She tried to pull him back in, but he was too caught up with anger and called police. He still didn't realize what was going on until the police came and caught the guys. Yes, those dumb criminals were still there, as the SUV was hard to jack actually. And then the police explained to him, the victim, her role in the crime. He felt devastated, betrayed of course, and began to distrust women thereafter. But at least she had a right to a new place to stay, the Dallas County Jail. And in yet another case years ago, at a then brand new Swank W Hotel here in the Dallas, Texas area, a national scandal broke out about how a group of very attractive women working in groups of 4 or 5 would slip drugs in wealthy men's drinks in the Swank upscale lounge area of the hotel called the Living Room. Curiously, I can't find that news story anywhere online anymore. Perhaps they had it wiped from the web, I don't know. In any case, for those who may not be familiar, businessmen frequent the nice lounges of hotel lobbies to grab a happy hour drink after a long day of doing business. I personally do likewise when I travel for business, so this is common for gentlemen such as myself. However, there are plenty of women, often called business groupies, who recognize this pattern of affluent businessmen. They are usually in their mid to upper 20s, fit and curvy, feminine, in nice form-fitting evening dresses and high heels, wear designer outfits and accessories so as to look the part of a high-end professional lady. In this case, they targeted W hotels across the country, starting in Dallas, where they would approach businessmen at the bar, strike up a flirtatious conversation, gain their trust, then offer to buy them a drink. You heard that right. These fine young women offering older business gentlemen a drink. You figure that out. And this is where yours truly has too much street smarts to fall for this one. As we all know, whether at lounge bars or nightclubs, pretty women expect men to buy them a drink, not the other way around. So fellas, if you encounter a fine woman offering to buy a drink and you just met her, keep your eyes on that drink all night long at all times. And don't ever let her mix it. And don't ever leave it unattended at the bar or at your house, wherever you're at. Watch it like a hawk. So, as you can see, men have to be cautious out here in these dating streets, just like women say they have to. We can be targeted by these femme fatales who have treacherous men helping them out, or it can just be a band of broads. For this reason and more, good men are walking away from the dating and commitment scene until more women stand up and make a change. Until then, welcome to the apocalypse of good men, the brother apocalypse.